StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Avenger and Railgan on Whirlwind, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Avenger. I wonder which one. Maybe it's Thor. And in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Railgan. So a TVZ for you guys here on Whirlwind. Oh, once again, it's the game of, has Falcon Paladin cast a game on Whirlwind before? I'm going to say I have, and as usual, I'll put a link to the top right of an old game I cast on Whirlwind, where you can make fun of how bad my microphone is and how much I have learned about casting in this meantime. Actually, I went back and watched one of those that I cast on, I think it was Avani Research Station, and I did a pretty good job, I would have to say. It's not super embarrassing. Anyway, just kind of steady incremental improvements over time. Getting a new microphone has always helped. Getting a new computer, also nice as well. And just doing 2 casts a day for almost 2 years also helps, it turns out. Just do it a lot. If you want to be good at something, do it a lot. Pool first here from Railgan, moving into the hatch. And the extractor right after that at about a 17 supply, 17, 18 supply. Right around there. Looks like a 1 racks expand from Avenger. Actually, that was a command center first. Command center first! Into a barracks from our Avenger. Maybe it is Black Widow. Seems possible. Seems possible, doesn't it? Alrighty then, so what do I have here? Dun, dun. I do have a Reaper name list ready to go, so let's get that one up on the one. I do have this really great one I need to save for when I have more time to prepare for it. So I'm going to make a note right now. Prepare for this Reaper name to be used the next time I do a Reaper name. It's a good one. It is a good one that none of you will remember except like 2 or 3 or understand, but that's okay. So let's see if it is going to be a Reaper. Production tab shows. No, it's not a Reaper after all that build-up. I gotta stop doing that stuff. Gotta stop doing the build-up to the Reaper that doesn't exist. This is a 4-player map. As you'll notice, Railgun is scouting this bottom right side. It's huge. It is a huge, huge, scary map. And it is difficult to scout. It is difficult. I guess it makes sense not to make Reaper here just because you'd probably scout the wrong direction anyway. By the time you got to the Zerg, they'd have Speedlings out, they'd have Queens out, and your Reaper would, in fact, be dead. So just a bad look. It is a bad look there indeed. What is that thing? Looks like a skull logo, Death Squad, something trophy. Is that for winning an online tournament as well? Those things usually are. That's what those trophies usually are about. 2 slowlings for Railgun moving over. Says the map should be bigger. I think he's being sarcastic about that. I really do. So here come the lings into the natural base, and there's nothing to defend this. Get out of there, SCVs, run. 1 SCV does not run, ends up getting killed. 2 Marines versus 2 lings. SCV support as well should be enough to make this thing happen. Pretty good micro on those SCVs, getting them out of there, and 1 ling does survive to tell the tale of what happened when Marines came to town. And we'll hoof it on out of there. Again, slowlings are slow, but they are faster than Marines without stim. Let that be a lesson to you. Railgun throws out the dunno. It's way too big. Yes, this map is huge. It is so big. It really encourages macro-style games. Although quick lair out of Railgun. Was that a sub 3-minute lair? I think it was. So 2 base in it with a quick lair. Likely going to be, I want to say, Hydra. Just because Hydras are good. Hydras are good in patch 3.8. No one is going to argue with that. Although taking a 3rd base as well. It's not like he's just going straight 2 base here. 3rd base, ready, set. He has the minerals for it. Do it. Railgun, you sent the drone down. Finish it off, man. Go for the 3rd. Not going to happen? No. This is so weird. There it is. Did Railgun fall asleep? Maybe he fell asleep for just a second there. A lot of Marines here from the Avenger. Is he going for the... He is. He's swapping the starport over onto the reactor that the factory built. Ungrateful starport. And double medevac. Yeah, so the 5-minute double medevac 12 Marine push, 16 Marine push. Whatever that number is. Ling comes in to scout things out, sees the high number of Marines, says, alright, I know what this is. I know what this is. I am prepared for it. I'm getting a Spire. Quick Spire. I don't think it'll be ready to go. I don't think he'll have mutas out by the time these medevacs get to his base. Although it is a really big map, so it's possible they could. Mutas could be out and ready to go, which would be very, very nice indeed. 16 lings on the way from Railgun. Any evolution chambers for upgrades? None? None to this point. Just really trying to macro hard. It's 37 to 44 harvesters. Railgun has a nice lead on that one. And here come the Marines. And there it is. Indeed. 16 Marine double medevac push time. Heading on out in a direction. Does he not know where Railgun is? He doesn't know. He hasn't scouted at all. Oh, this is really going to throw off your timing, dude. I liked it. I mean, that was a sub 5-minute launch on these medevacs, which is not easy to do, but unfortunately, he didn't scout and is going to the wrong direction. So now he's going north. He could have been there. He could have been there already. So the Spire's finished. Railgan can make 5 mutas right now. His production tab is woefully empty, though, so I'm not sure what he's doing instead. So here comes the drop. The Ling's ready to rock. And don't unload there. There we go. Not unloading there is Avenger. Actually, he is going to unload there. Nope, change his mind again. These Lings are too fast. Too fast. This is a great way to deal with this, Zerg players. Just get a ton of Lings. Follow the medevacs around. Yes, the Marines are scary when all of them have dropped. When they're dropping 1 at a time, 2 at a time, it's a lot less scary. Oh, Queens getting those shots off on those medevacs. Can they kill one of them? Trying to do it. Railgun's reaction time has been great with this. Queen, react. There are 11 mutas on the way. This is not going well for Avenger whatsoever. Lings here. Mutas are out. Run. Run. Oh, medevac. Yep, just time to unload. Time to unload what you got. Try to do what damage you can. And the answer to that is not much. Not much. That was held beautifully. 2 Lings and a drone have been killed of Railguns so far, and he has taken out so much stuff. 16 Marines, 2 medevacs, and 2 SCVs. Resources lost. A raffle stomp of 1,300 for the Terran and 100 for the Zerg. Crikey. Hydralisk Den on the way for Railgun. That's the follow-up to this Ling Muta stuff. Trying to take a 3rd base, but these Marines getting caught out in the open and just destroyed. Is it going to be enough? Widowmine's burrowing, and that's enough to shoo away the mutas. That's, oh, firing instead on a couple of those. The Ling's coming in and knock down the 3rd base. Muta's going to harass this front door. Are there enough Marines to shoo them off? It appears that there are. And actually forcing a lift off there and pooping creep at the same time is Railgun. Not allowing that command center to land anytime soon. A potential 3rd base up to the top left side. Also getting pooped on. Ling's trying to deal with these Marines, but that's a bunker. That is Widowmines. I don't know about this. Widowmine shots. No kills on that Widowmine. How is that possible? 0 kills on that one and only 3 on that one. Overlord getting shooed away here by these Marines slowly as per usual. Hydra range is on the way. Pneumatized Carapace coming up as well. And Lings and Mutas heading on back home. 4th base on the way for Railgun. It is 70 to 51 Harvesters. Avenger is in a bad spot. Avenger is having a really hard time getting any harassment whatsoever off on the Zerg player. And when the Zerg player isn't harassed, the Zerg player makes a million bases. That's the 5th base now for Railgun, a little bit to the south left of Railgun, the southwest. Baneling Nest on the way for Railgun as well, getting +1 ground carapace, getting +1 missile attack. It's just the Hydras are good. It's just adding 1 to their range and making them a little bit faster, and suddenly Hydras are incredible. So Muta's flying into this 3rd base. Widowmine shots, though. Oh, snap. Don't go in there. Wow. Went in there without Overseer protection and lost a ton of Mutas there. How many? Okay, 2. 2 Mutas. Drop here at the 3rd base as well. Not being reacted to as well this time by the Railgun. Hydra's coming in, though. Hydras need to focus down that medevac is what they need to do. And they do get a couple shots off on it. The rest of the Hydras do show up and take it down very quickly. And indeed, another drop here at Railgun's 4th base, trying to take it out. The hatchery is under severe stress. Will it finish? The Lings and the Hydras should be able to save this as well. Lings with +1 armor are pretty good, turns out, and the medevacs die at the same time. I mean, that's it. But this anti-air that Zerg have in this early game with the Hydras, they're just so much better against keeping that medevac count down than they would be with just Ling Bling Muta. Hydras have a nice anti-air component at this point. Widowmine shots getting off on several things here, but also getting picked off from distance by the Hydras as well with the Overseer support that Railgun brought along this time. So chasing away Avenger. One of his medevacs very, very low on health. +2 on the way for those Marines. And +1 ground carapace, or +2 rather, coming in for Railgun at the same time. Creep spread looking pretty darn good. Railgun is up 83 to 56 total Harvesters. Creep spreading like a madman. Like a crazy person who just loves creep. Center Zelnaga Watchtower is the site of this battle. There are just too many Hydralisks. 28 Hydras with +1/+1 and a range of 7. 13 damage per shot. Attack speed 0.54. They still have 80 hit points. They're not any more tanky than they used to be, but another attempted weird unload medevac marine stuff up here in the top left. There's really no bases near here, Avenger, but I guess if your Marines want some exercise, I do not know. Marines taking down the Overlord. Those poop and creep up along this top left. Avenger might be able to take a 4th base at some point here if he so deems. Lurker Den on the way for Railgun, and he's basically maxed out right now. So the Hydra's up here. Medevac's getting picked off from long range, forced to boost away there. Any Banelings in? Baneling speed's on the way, but no Banelings are actually on the field right now. Small group of Marines trying to come in here and clean off creep tumors, but nope, getting surrounded by these Speedlings. Couple of them picked off, but boosting away is the medevac, but the Muta's chasing it down. And another medevac ends up falling. That is the 8th medevac that Railgun has killed so far. That is so huge. So huge for the mid-game to keep that medevac count down. There are only 4 in the air for Avenger right now. He does have his 3rd base up. It is 60 to 87 workers, though. Railgun is just kind of holding back, biding his time. And it's time to go. He's got a hive. He's morphing in 22 Banelings at once. 22 Banelings! There's that sound everybody hates. It is a scary sound. Even Zerg players don't like it because it means ZVZ is going to get really tough in just a second. And here they go. Ready, set. Ugh, gross. Bad feelings indeed. So, Ling, Hydra, Banelings joining up eventually here with their little plus 10 HP increase once they got that speed. Tanks, Marines, Marauders, Medevacs here for Avenger. Don't fight out of the range of the tanks. There we go. Pulling back a little bit there. I don't know. There's only 2. There's only 2 tanks. I really feel like maybe Railgun has this thing. And yeah, he's moving right on in here. And then pulling back. All right, so maybe it's scarier than he thought. As some Banelings are getting killed as they're retreating. They're not invincible with that 10 HP increase. They are still... Excuse me. They are still very squishy indeed. +3/+3 coming up for Avenger. So upgrade timing pretty good as well for the Terran player. That is Pult-esque, honestly. To get +3/+3 here at the 12-13 minute mark. You've heard me say it. Lurkers at distance, but unsupported, they die pretty quickly. Baneling splashing on everything. Great splits from Avenger, though. Amazing splits, and actually, you can't leave those Lurkers behind. The tanks need to move up. Tanks, move up. Move up. Here we go. Here we go. Going back into action. They can't get picked up by medevacs anymore. The flying tank has been done away with. So Terrans are not super happy about that, but other races are pretty much. It's kind of a balance. More Banelings, more Hydras, more Lurkers in that production tab for the Railgun. +3/+3. Is he waiting for it? It's about halfway complete. I don't know if Avenger can stand or bear to wait for it. But Banelings getting some big hits off there. Marauders actually absorbing a lot of that damage and chasing everybody away. The remainder of these Marines killing 2 Lurkers simultaneously. Fantastic job there by the Avenger. Tanks with 6 kills each. Do they both have exactly 6 kills? They do. It's so weird when that happens. Slowly sieging forward, but he is so far away from really doing any major damage to Railgun right now. Corruptor's on the way, +3 missile attack, +3 armor as well. Railgun can just kind of do this forever while double expanding again. 6th base, 7th base, top and bottom. And just not committing is Railgun. He's making 20 more Banelings. Tank count is up to 3 for Avenger. Avenger's at 174 supply. Out of 200, that +3/+3 just about to finish, making these Marines feel nigh invincible. Killing some creep tumors, killing a few Hydras with a small group of Marines, but getting caught by Banelings. And getting absolutely murdered there. Hydras making a counterattack here at this 3rd base, forcing a full retreat of SCVs. Hydras and Lings take down the Medevacs first of all. There it is. Medevacs getting murdered there, but the Hydras following soon after. If there's an afterlife for Medevacs, then the Hydras might be there as well. Supply depot does burn down, does not supply block Avenger, though. He's still at 189 supply out of 161 that he has on the ground. So kind of splitting his forces is Railgun, sending small groups of Hydras and Banelings down to the 3rd base. Another small group going for that 4th that's under construction right now for Avenger, but getting caught by the army and pushed away by Avenger. Hydras going to work on this orbital command at the 3rd base, and they're going to get it for sure. That is so scary. +2 Hydras. Bam. Dead. Banelings want some shots off, and getting target fired very well there by Avenger. All the Hydras do get taken out, including a Baneling that was burrowed there. And there's still this burrowed Ling at the 4th base, and Changelings disallowing this orbital command from landing. But look how much purple there is on the map. Look how many bases there are. 86 to 57 total harvesters. Avenger has the principles down right, but he's just He hasn't done enough damage to Railgan. Let's just say it. He's killed 1 drone so far in this game. 15 minutes in. Queens trying to save the day, but most of Avenger's army is here, so that's not going to work. And Railgan again pushing back. Moving in now. Ling's on top of everything. Retreating. Broodlords in the sky. Didn't see those guys coming for some reason. Baneling's getting some massive hits on all that bio. Hydras, can they clean out the rest of the stuff? Broodling's dealing with the tanks. No problem. They cannot get picked up and saved anymore. 101 to 178 total supply. Railgun has an amazing lead at this point, and that is it. The GG from Avenger. Avengers defeated, and Railgun is victorious, getting a Zerg win today. Yeah, I mean, it just came down to a complete lack of harassment from Avenger. He had the right idea. It's just Railgun's response time with the Speedlings and the Queens was impeccable. He got Mutas out in time as well. That quick Muta Spire was fantastic for him. And again, a drone got killed. 1 drone, 105 Lings, which Railgun's fine with. 36 Hydras, 11 Mutas, 43 Banelings, and 4 Lurkers in exchange for 142 Marines, 24 Marauders, 4 tanks, 12 Medevacs, and 10 Widowmines. Yeah, that 12 Medevac count also very, very nice on that kill count for Railgun. So excellent job there from the Zerg player. Just patient. Never really threw his whole army away into the Terran meat grinder and just kind of forced Avenger to come to him. And when he did, things went poorly because the fights happened on creep. And that's what creep spread is all about. So that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.